You're a fibber.
I'm a what?
Fibber.
Okay.
Liar.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so you moved in May.
Okay. I have the phone number.
Well, what difference does it make? You weren't living there. I asked you where you were living. You told me that's where you were living. When I was going to call you, said, well, I wasn't really living there. I was living with my mother.
Only for a month.
What month?
June.
Clearly she's a liar, Your Honor.
I know.
No, I'm asking.
I know she is. I'd like to see the police report.
We didn't call the police.
Why not? Why not? Were you all drunk? Drugging?
No, ma'am, I was not drinking. No.
No.
They slept together, Your Honor.
Just a second. Listen to me.
Slept together.
Listen to me.
Okay.
I know my customers.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for 50 years.
Okay.
50. 50.
My apologies.
Very good. Did you cut trees that were at the fence line?
I cut trees that were on my side of the fence.
Well, you can't do that.
Why can't I?
Because you've been put on notice from him that he put the fence in and he gave himself 8 inches. And you are not to cut the trees that were in that 8 inches because that was his property.
I don't believe him.
Well, then just a second. I don't care whether you believe him or not. If you're a neighbor and your neighbor tells you that, then you don't go and trim the trees at the fence line. Miss Nia, you thought you were helping a friend. When did it start feeling like a scam?
She told me she was broke, no food, overdue phone bill. So I sent her $120 that day. 2 days later, she posted a Sephora haul on Instagram. New lip, new energy, no reply to my messages.
Miss Leela, did she loan you the money?
She gave it to me. I said I'd pay her back when I could.
When exactly is that? Before or after your limited edition lip gloss spree?
It wasn't that serious. I was just treating myself.
You don't treat yourself with other people's money. That's not self-care. That's theft with glitter on top.
She blocked me the day I asked for it back.
Of course she did. She wasn't broke, just selective.
I said I'd pay her on payday.
You're broke until payday, unless it's Sephora, right? Funny how no money never applies to makeup and mimosas. You said you couldn't afford groceries, then posted a haul from Sephora. You begged like a friend, ghosted like a scammer, and spent like an influencer. Full amount, plus shame. That dress is neither this dress nor this dress.
And I can tell you further.
That red dress.
Yes, ma'am.
Is neither the dress that you tell me that you agreed on. It's certainly not this dress. This dress has no sleeves.
Yes.
It's a halter.
Right.
This dress has an all-lace top.
Yes, ma'am.
And comes all the way down in the front.
That's the back. And I also have where she said she did not want the lace. I told her explicitly, you will not have lace at the top because you did not provide lace. She said she did not want lace. I said you will have material only. And I have the text messages telling her that also.
Miss Alexander, I'm
Yes,
going to
ma'am.
tell you, you're suing her now for $5,000.
Correct.
That's not happening. That's not happening. You got paid for the car. Why in the world would you sue her for $5,000 when you got paid for the car?
$2,000 of the insurance check went towards the car. The remainder of it went towards prior debt.
Listen to me. You keep saying that, and what I'm telling you is when two people play house together, I'm not going through a credit card bill that you paid off and your credit card bill and say, well, this is her half of Domino's Pizza. This is her half of this. And I remember she bought 6 pairs of socks. We used my credit card, but that was her debt. Do you understand? Yes. We don't get involved with that. You got paid for the car.
Argument right before it was printed, and we had talked to a lawyer and everything.
Well, then you didn't have a contract.
You could say that.
I can. I am. It was intended that the business be contractually, in writing, memorialized. Before that happened, you had an argument. So the contract was never memorialized, which means that you never had a contract. So what are you suing her for?
Because
I just told you.
Yes.
That she's not paying for the mileage.
Well, I need to let you know that she had a verbal agreement with me that she would use that vehicle, and it doesn't matter. Like I have to pay for this car note now. I have to pay for the car note.
Next time, don't do it.
Yeah.
She asked for the car back.
Next time, listen to me. Next time, don't do it. If somebody doesn't have good enough credit to lease a car on their own, and if you lease it for them, then you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
So I'm an idiot for helping someone that was in need at the time.
Yeah. And you cashed that check.
No. I went to my credit union. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Miss Judge Judy. I went to my credit union. I took $1,500 out of my checking account. I took $1,000 out of my money market certificate, and I had a.
What did you do with this check for $2,600?
Well, I put it back in my savings account.
Fine. And what did you do with the money that you took out?
I gave it to this gentleman. I gave him $2,600.
On what date?
On the 28th, the same day I took it out of my credit union. Matter of fact, he went to the credit union with me. We both drove there together.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I absolutely believe you. See, now you can sit.
Thank you.
Now you can sit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely believe him. In the case against Mr. Smith, you will get the value of your bike. That's what you will get.
Value of the damages, ma'am.
Just for the damages to your bike, you will get that. So you'll be able to take that money and have it fixed to your satisfaction someplace else.
$5,000 down, ma'am.
I don't understand how you're $5,000 down.
If
Mr. Smith is giving you $5,000 to fix your bike, because that's what it costs to fix it, and you've already spent $5,000 with somebody else to fix it.
Right. I'm going to have to take the money that I get from the court and pay someone else to fix it again.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So I'm not whole, ma'am.
You're not whole. That's true. You're right. You convinced me.
I'm sorry. I was getting a little shoddy here. I'm like, oh my God, here we go.
No. You convinced me. So now we're on to step number 2. You convinced me.
Can I have water, please?
Yes. No, that was a good exchange. You said in your answer that he sent you weird, if my memory is correct, videos.
He sent.
I want to see them.
I don't have the same cell phone that I used to.
My goodness, how did I know that?
My cell phone broke and this is a new one.
How did I know that? You have a new phone. Your phone fell in the toilet.
No,
how did I
just
know that?
broke, actually. But he sent me over 20 videos of him singing and playing guitar of himself. He also showed up at my house where I've made it verbally clear that he was not allowed at my house.
Show me the video. Show me the video, the weird video you said. You complained to his boss that he was stalking you and that he was sending you weird videos. And I said to you, show them to me. And you're telling me that you can't.
I don't have them in my possession because he made me uncomfortable, so I had no reason to keep any evidence of him in my life. I wanted him deleted. He made me uncomfortable. I know that he sent me strange videos of him singing. I'm sorry I don't have them to show you.
Listen, you were taken for a fool. Miss Palmisano, how old was your cat?
At the time, she was 8.
And you got her when she was how old?
I got her when she was 6.
So you had her for 2 years?
Correct.
Where did you get her from?
The animal shelter in Camarillo.
In what month and year?
It was in August of 2015.
And in what month and year did you turn your cat over to Miss Havard?
I didn't turn her over. It was 2017, November of 2017.
It is now almost August of 2019.
Correct.
And you were not in a position to take care of your cat.
You're correct.
And according to you, the defendant initially agreed that she would take care of your cat.
Temporarily, until I was homeless at the time.
Whatever. In what month did Miss Havard call you and say, I don't think this is working out?
It was January of 2018.
So within about 8 weeks,
yes.
She called you.
She messaged me.
Messaged you. And she said, this is not working out. I have my own cats. Your cat is aggressive.
Correct.
And I can't manage this.
She did say that.
Yes, I know. Ms. Hires, this is your daughter.
Yes.
And this case is about whether or not you had agreed to pay for a cosmetic surgery procedure for her. Your daughter said that you did, in fact, pay for it, put it on your credit card. It was a gift. It was your idea. And it was never designed to be a loan. That's what the case is about.
Yes.
Correct? Ms. Hires, I want a little background information about both of you. Are you employed?
No, not right now.
Your daughter got her plastic surgery in what month and year?
It was last year, around at the end of August.
In what month did you get your plastic surgery?
It was in September.
September of 2020?
September of 2020, yes.
Okay. Were you working in September of 2020?
No.
How do you support yourself?
I get income from my daughter, my other daughter, and I also get a monthly income from Social Security.
Social Security disability or
Yes.
Social Security?
Yes.
Social Security disability. And what kind of income do you receive from your other daughter?
She pays for rent.
Okay, so she lives with you.
Yes.
What kind of work does she do?
She's a healthcare worker.
And how much do you receive from disability?
I receive around $9.89.
Any other income in the house?
Just my daughters and my son-in-law, which lives with me. He pays rent as well.
That would be her husband.
Yes.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm actually not working right now. I'm a homemaker.
Were you working in September of 2020?
Yes, I was. I was doing customer service at a warehouse.
How long did you work?
I worked there for 7 years.
Until when?
Until February of this year.
And what happened in February of 2021?
In February of 2021, I stopped working due to COVID and childcare.
Well, you didn't have any children after February of 2021.
I had some custody of my daughter.
No, you didn't have any more children after February.
No, I didn't.
So you had children while you were working for 7 years.
Yes, I did.
So my question is, why did you stop working?
Because my mother kicked me out of her home and all of my family went against me. So I no longer had the help that I had before.
That's not true, Your Honor.
Just a second. Where did you move to?
I moved to my boyfriend's house because my mother...
Just answer my question. You moved to your boyfriend's house.
Yes, I did.
So what I gather is you and your husband and your children, some of them, lived with your mother.
Yes, we did.
What do you do for a living?
I do security at Kaiser.
Who do you live with?
I live by myself.
And you were arrested
Yes.
when?
May 2017.
And it was a serious charge.
Yes.
Had you ever been arrested before?
No.
Have you ever been arrested since May of 17?
No.
But the charge in May of 17 was murder.
It was attempted murder.
When you were arrested, everybody sort of rallied around you because you were a good kid.
Yeah.
Including your brother.
Yes.
How much was your bail?
It was 1.2 million, then it was dropped down to 300,000, then 250,000, and the charges were dropped down to assault with a firearm.
What happened with that case?
It was dismissed.
It was an outright dismissal?
Well, I'm not clear what that means exactly.
That means that you didn't plead guilty to something. The district attorney dismissed all the charges.
Oh, yes.
And when you were arrested in May, how long were you held?
For a week.
Must have been frightening.
Well, yeah.
Not?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Must have been. Let's try to be truthful with each other so that I don't get frustrated. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right? So she moved in with you, with her son. 2 people, at the same time you moved in, he got annoyed, said, I want you to pay rent because you're in violation of your lease. And you understood that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now you can sit. Because whether or not you have any sort of case, that's totally up to you. But if you think that I'm stupid, I resent it.